Hi, it's Graham Bibby here, 7th of September 2020, and I wanted to send you this video after 2 days of horrific sell-off out of the blue in the US stock market, which then affects other markets. I just put up here DocuSign, which earnings were basically fantastic, and we'd been going sideways here for just over 2 months. And then we had this up day here, which looked like we're going to break out to the upside. And what exactly should happen from a technical perspective, it did. And many stocks did that. If we put SQ up, this stock gone sideways here, broke to the upside. Everything was breaking to the upside. There was no evidence that we were going to get the type of sell-off we just had. If I can just find the S&P, you see here, that was a little bit of a sideways movement, and it broke out to the upside. No sign of a sell-off coming. You know, when we avoided the when we avoided this huge correction here, it's because we kind of dipped down a little bit, and then we had an opportunity to sell, and then all of that happened. But here, this is the Nasdaq breaking higher, and then choom, choom. And I think this, and you might not know this, but on that day, if we zoom in, this day, you see it was down. It went down quite sharply following this nice up day, and then buyers came in and off we went. I was up during the night watching this, thinking, heck, what's going on? And then the wave of buyers came in. However, on this day, no buyers came in. So when you don't have the buyers, you get a vacuum. So you've got to keep reducing your prices to get buyers to come in. And then Friday, we went into this, choom, which was very, very scary because we dropped from over 1200 to about 10.8. But then what I thought should happen here, buyers came in, and this, how do I know that? This on the right is where the market ended. So this is all positive here. We're ending on our highs. This one we ended towards the low. So here we've had what could be a key day reversal, which is on balance a positive sign. However, when the market opens, and it's not open tonight, this is Monday 7th of September, it's Labor Day in the US, so the market's not open. We could see from Europe, although Europe's not leading, US is leading everything else, we can see where we're going to go from here. But it does appear to me that this top here, which was support here, we bounced off of that, and I think that's as far as we're going to go down. Now, when I look through the various stocks, because I was so, pissed off, because I've done a lot of research. All the companies I've got are great companies, with the exception of where I'm looking for rotation, and that's in the stocks that hadn't risen with all of this. And I'll show you some of those in a moment. But here's the Dow Jones Industrials. So here, look, it popped up to the upside on Wednesday. All the traffic lights were green. It's looking so good. However, boom, on Thursday, something spooked the selling. Maybe there was a one of those sell things that had to happen, somebody to reduce their holdings. And there's a lot of people now trading through this company called Robinhood, which is for novices, really, don't know what they're doing in the main, because if you do know what you're doing, you don't tend to use companies like that. They all panicked and they sold off. But again, you see here, we went below support. This is support levels. If we go way back, there's a support level coming over here, which actually hits here, and it's around here. And we went through that support level, but we're back basically on it at the moment. It's make your mind up time. and S&P went through it, that top. That's the previous top before the sell-off to the end of March, and we bounced off of that. Now, if I take you through a number of the stocks, let me show you what's been going on, and I'll zoom in a bit so you can see. So that's quite a sharp drop. But where I was doing rotation, this is Carnival. It's in a lot of your portfolios. It sold off a bit on Thursday here, but was up, then was up on Friday. Here's Norwegian Cruise Lines, sold off, was up on Friday. Here's American Airlines, up Friday, but really needs to break above 14. Marriott, up Friday, needs really to break above 105. Southwest Airlines, up, even up from where it was the day before, even up from where it was 3 days ago. So these stocks, Boeing, I know a few people are a bit negative. So Boeing broke down, and then it's ended up. It really needs to break above here to get back to where that was, and that level there is about 230 and 171. So there's a huge amount of upside in this rotation. However, this is not the time to be brave, but I'm just telling you, I have a whole list of stocks. You probably can't see it, but I've got, look at this. I don't know if you're into fashion, but this is Michael Kors. Look at that. It had a huge sell-off. Came up over halfway. This is on the Thursday. On Friday's ended up. To me, it's looking quite interesting. And then the retail sector, this is Children's Place, which is apparel stores in the US. Look, it was 60 in June and coronavirus re-hit. Let's go back here. So, it was, say, 70 something, and it went all the way down to 10, and then the bounce happened and off it went, and then the coronavirus phase 2 came in, which I believe is going to be, first of all, it's getting discredited because the CDC in the US admitted they've been falsifying figures, and less than 6% of people that are actually said to have died of corona did. So it's 0.00297 or something. They're still shutting down things worldwide. It's nuts. But this is in a new uptrend, so that to me looks quite positive. And something we had before, which we took profit on because I didn't want to see a correction in the profit. Federal Express, it's doing really well, and the transport index itself is doing well. So let's go back to these holdings. So Apple, well, you can't see this now because I don't know why my system hasn't. It did a stock split and it went down to 125. But if I just zoom in here, you can't see it here, but on Friday it was down over 10% at one stage and ended up 0.07. So that looks like a key day reversal. Skyworks, which I really, really like this company, broke out and was doing this, and I thought this sort of movement should happen there. Had the big down day, and then, let's just zoom in a bit. Look, it did the dip. The buyers came in, which is what I thought they should do. And now, if you follow this trend line across, we're roughly on that trend line. Datadog, which is a great company, even Thursday it was down but ended towards the high. Friday it got dragged down with the market, ended towards the high. This is another stock that I think has the potential to go a lot higher. I do like Wynn Resorts. It dropped on Thursday but not below the bottom of Wednesday, and it was up slightly Friday. And if I go down here a bit, let's look at Horizontal Therapeutics Company. Yeah, it didn't. I get so excited. Tuesday, it was breaking out of this, which should mean we're going to get a big move in the direction of the breakout. And then in that fluctuation on Wednesday, which most people didn't even see because it happened during the night and it was down a lot, it ended towards the high, so then we should be going back up here, and then it dipped with everything else on Thursday. Friday it got dragged down with everything else, and look at this here, it was about 73 and it went down to 66. That's 10% down, and then the buyers came in and it ended down 0.93. Netflix, whoa, went from 525 to 480. The buyers came in and there we were, we ended there. Microsoft, similar thing, at the big down day Thursday, followed through on Friday, but the buyers came in marginally down. So on balance, I'm still feeling that a bottom might be in place, but even if it's not, I got so many stocks that I think look good. Well, I don't think they're good. I mean, they're great companies. This is Intuitive Surgical, ISRG. It broke out of this sideways range. The longer the range goes sideways, the bigger the move is, normally in the direction of the breakout. And we were starting to gain the momentum that I would expect. I was expecting momentum like this, where it went from 550 to 700. So that's 150 points. So I was expecting this to go to 850. Then it followed the sell-off, but it was marginally down on Thursday. Boom! So you guys have got what you've got, and we're going to watch it on Tuesday. And if there's more selling, well, you know, maybe we got all bets are off, and we've got to lighten up more. But it could be that we're buying more, and there's huge upside in the airlines, the casinos, the hotel groups, and even in some retail. Here's Facebook, and quite a significant down day, not so good as the rest on the up day. And then stuff like General Motors, look at that, big sell-off day, and it was up on Friday, and it broke out of this on Tuesday, which should indicate this was going to go on, this uptrend was going to go on here. So we just got to see this panic business out the way, and I've got great stocks lined up for you, no problem there. Stuff like SBUX, Starbucks. Well, basically the rise we had on Tuesday is giving it up, but it's still above where it was on Monday. So when people say, what do you think about the stock market? Well, I don't think anything about the stock market, because I'm looking for companies with strong earnings growth that are outperforming 90% of all other companies. I'm looking for companies where institutions, the number of institutions buying is increasing, and the weight of these institutions is significant. For example, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Adobe, Facebook, Alibaba, Argen, PayPal, DocuSign, Walmart, CRM, have all seen in recent buying over $1 billion worth of stock. Each company had more than $1 billion worth of stock bought by institutions. Institutions are the smart money, the big money. So when this settles down, it might well be that we've had the froth taken off and we'll start to rise again. If not, we might see more rotation into stuff like this. This is where we were before the sell-off of the coronavirus. Still a lot of upside here. This is Boeing. It ended very positively on Friday. If you see this chart like this, where you've had a down day and you ended near the top, that normally indicates, like this, you can have an upward move. So that could happen. It just sometimes, if there's a big weight of selling going on, then everything sells off because people panic and people just got to get out of everything. But great companies will continue to rise because their earnings are continuing to rise. So ultimately the stock's got to rise. And then babies like this is, look, this is where we are with cruise lines. It's 18, it was 64 or something. So that's 4 times up from here. Norwegian Cruises, similar story. Let's have a look at MAR. Bomb. Marriott, it's still way down. Let's have a look at H. Hyatt, look, Hyatt's trying to break out a resistance here. It's just below 60 and it was 95. So there's a lot of upside in different things, and the transport index, that's the one that moves everything around, moves goods around, is still above that level and was up on Friday. So transport index is looking really, really good. So it's a Bibster saying, yes, I'm pissed. I wish I'd sold before. But everything signaled we're going to be moving higher. Everyone had great performance. They're still, still good. But I was so proud of all the hard work I'd done. I've done a lot of work analysing, even waking up 3 times during the night, just to see the trend formation. And this sell-off came from nowhere. So maybe it's an aberration. But this is a Bibster. Let me see where we are. Where are we? We're at 16 minutes, so I better go. Talk too much. So let me see what goes on in Europe today. If you're not in this is a great time to get involved, because we just had froth taken off from the market, and if this levels out here, that will be the base going forward. That will be the base level for any future corrections. So Bibby saying, I love what I do. I love making money from stocks. The world's your oyster. We're in the era of the change in every business. And with that, we find those companies that are succeeding, like Walmart is changing hugely to go online. Lululemon is buying up companies that have those apps for workouts. Nike, there's such great opportunities out there. So, I believe in you, and I'm in it for you. I'm working every day looking for stocks so that you can get freedom. Bye-bye for now.